What's up, y'all? Thank you for tuning in. If you've been watching my videos, welcome back to my channel. Ladies and gentlemen, don't mess with Mama Bear. This is where the Democrats are going to take the biggest L dog out of everything wrong that they do every single time. Messing with these parents and their kids. I'm sure that most of y'all already seen this video of this young mother going off at the school board, and she goes off at the public communications about what this teacher has gone out of her way and gone behind the parents' back to teach 8th grade students in 3rd grade about sexual orientation, gender fluidity, LGBTQ. There was no permission slip sent home. And they got all kinds of receipts and everything. She playing it on this laptop, and then you'll see them all looking up at the screen. But I want you to show this to your liberal friends and put this in your arsenal for people who say they're not teaching LGBTQ, they're not teaching CRT to the kid. When you hear what this mother says at this school board, tell me that there is no agenda targeting these kids to get them thinking about a certain way that at the end of the day benefits depopulation. Depopulation. Don't listen to me. Listen to her.
I'm sorry, are we doing Bible studies in classrooms? No, we're not, right? So why is this a certain agenda being pushed into the classrooms? I'm here to bring awareness to the emails that had surfaced earlier this month. The one I find most disturbing of all is of a 3rd grade teacher trying to talk about sex with 8-year-old students.
The most disturbing one that she found. So what else is going on at this school? What are y'all talking about?
These are 8-year-old children that she is trying to hold a sexual orientation class with. A parent shared their concern and their objection to it and pulled their kid out. And instead of this teacher being concerned of what she did wrong, she goes to a district employee and asks for ways of how she can continue to teach sexual orientation to her 3rd grade class.
She goes to district. She goes to the higher ups behind after the parent has already said that this is the problem and she don't like it. Now, like I said, there's no permission slip sent home. They used to send permission slips home. And whenever school started to talk about sex ed in high school, there was none of that here.
You guys want us to believe that this isn't a propaganda, that no agenda is being held? This wasn't just any sexuality class. This was specifically designed 3 days a week. She taught LGBTQ curriculum in her class. It raises the question, how many of those students are excelling in that classroom? Is everybody in that class getting A's in math, English, grammar, social studies? That we can dedicate 3 days a week to teach 8-year-olds about sexual orientation?
I want you to think about this. The crazy thing about this is the district school, this school people, the principal, all the big people are supporting this agenda. And there's obviously some type of problem with what the kids are learning now. But we need to teach kids credit school. We need to teach them how to read trade. Well, we teaching them apparently 3 days a week LGBTQ. And while I ain't gonna say that. Now, our enemies, China, is teaching their kids engineering and physics. We learning this. Okay.
I don't care what kind of sex is being discussed. The word sexuality, nudity does not belong in the ears in a classroom of 8-year-old kids.
Tell them, mama.
And when a parent showed their concern, what does this teacher do? Completely disregards and goes behind the parent's back trying to find ways of how to continue these lesson plans. The level.
And they will hide it from you if they could. I'm pretty sure the only reason that they seen this was because they're doing virtual learning. as if that's not bad enough, doing virtual learning. And there was a video shown on the screen, and one of the parents has seen it. Let's continue.
Disrespect that has been shown to Christian conservative parents is becoming very obvious.
Tell them, Mama.
It's like all of a sudden, just because we don't fit the agenda, we don't fit within the parameters of the agenda that's being pushed, we're being disregarded and pushed to the side.
And we not going for it. We fighting back now. We need more people like her to step up and actually figure out what's going on, what these children are learning, and what people's money is going into for these public schools, and what's actually going on behind the scene. But I'm gonna put the link to this video in the description section so you can watch it. I'm gonna skip through and listen to what this lady got to say. Now she's about to put up an email that was received by the teacher from the principal. So,
sex. Mrs. Tiber says, "Good morning, Sally and Craig. As you know, I teach 3rd grade. Today I talked to my
she fired up right here. But all right, go ahead. I'm gonna take it back.
Craig, as you know, I teach 3rd grade. Today I talked to my class about LGBTQ Pride Month and played 2 short videos from YouTube that were geared toward kids. A parent who..."
So this teacher is showing 2 short videos on YouTube that was geared towards kids. And I want to know how young this was how young age of kids that this was aimed at. But I guarantee you that there's going to be a problem with me uploading this. But we can do this all day. We can teach them this all day. It ain't right.
Who heard the lesson and discussion made her daughter leave the Zoom and texted me asking when I was done discussing sexual orientation so that she can let her kids back onto Zoom. I was planning on doing more lessons tomorrow and Wednesday, but now I'm afraid to. After sending the email, Mrs. Tiber received a response from Mr. Craig Lewis, part of district staff, that said, "Do not be concerned or afraid. Your principal should support you, as I know that our district, including Vivian, does," end quote.
The big people over the school are saying that, now this is perfectly fine. We got your back. Even though the parents are mad, you teaching their kids sexuality at such a young age, in 3rd grade, 8-year-olds, we gonna have your back through this. Don't worry.
Including Vivian does, end quote. This district staffer goes even further and gives more media recommendations to the teacher, but says to steer clear of content that says sexual or coming out, since it may raise red flags. In other words, coaching this teacher on proven methods to push her agenda, but to stay under the radar. Immediately after the release of this email...
In other words, to make it better, to teach these kids this stuff and hide it from the parents. And this is coming from the big people that's giving her these tips and telling her how to do this stuff. Yeah, you tell me there's not an agenda.
After the release of this email chain, the parents at Jefferson Elementary who have had Ms. Tiber as their child's teacher reached out to the principal and demanded answers. Why is gender and sexuality issues being taught to 8-year-olds to begin with? With the tremendous loss of learning our children experienced the past 2 years, coupled with the already dismal reading and math performance scores of public schools, why are teachers taking away precious learning time to push their own political and social agendas? In what realm should 8-year-olds be discussing topics around transgenderism, lesbian, gay, queer, and coming out? All words which were...
Where do we need 8-year-olds to start talking about sex, sexuality, and gender? I'm pretty sure they're not learning about man and female. I'm pretty sure they're not learning about husband and wife. I'm pretty sure they'd be more learning about it'd be okay for you if you're a boy to dress up like a girl. And we would completely accept. Matter of fact, we would rather you do that. They better not ever let my son come home talking about he learning this type of stuff in school. This LGBTQ stuff in school. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna do nothing, but I'm definitely, you gonna see me. You gonna hear from me every single day at these board meetings. But we're not going for this no more. And this is so crazy. Like, what do you talk? Like, I'm 8 years old. I don't know what you talking about. What are you talking about? When I was 8 years old, I had a backpack. I used to play with action figures. I had every single WWE character in this backpack I used to carry around with a ring. I had the ladders and steel chairs, and I set that ring up anytime I had a quick moment to play. And I be doing the wrestlers all in the air and slamming them down in the middle of the ring. I don't care about, I'm not worried about gay. What are you talking about? But because you confused about yourself, you want these kids to be confused. All right. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Like and subscribe to this video, this channel, so I get y'all some more content like this. That's all I'm gonna say for now.